I'm John,
I'm Jen.
and we're the Lynx, and we moved out here to Idaho about a year and a half ago from Rockford, Illinois, and we've been at Rock Harbor the whole time we've been out here.
We have 4 kids, Mason, Camden, Eli, and Ivy, and we just love it out here. We came out to this area about 5 years ago, and we just fell in love with it. We just thought, if there's ever an opportunity to move out to the west, that we would definitely take it.
It was just kind of neat being out west and just seeing all the beauty and a little milder climates because I'd kind of held my wife hostage in Illinois for about 16 years. So, on one of our trips out west on the way back, we were actually in the process of trying to find an executive administrative pastor at a church, and I was an elder at the church at the time, and I was kind of heading up that whole process, and just through a lot of prayer, through a lot of just seeking out the Lord, we thought we would just kind of throw our hat in there to see if this position worked out, and it was actually a great fit. During that time, Jen also took on a position of just heading up women's ministry at the church and a volunteer position, and it was just a great time just to be able to see just God use us in ways we never really could have anticipated. So it was just a special time in our lives.
Things were going really well, but we definitely had a time where things took a severe turn, and that's when our son, we had to rush him to the hospital, and he was given a diagnosis of type 1 juvenile diabetes. We learned in the hospital that we had to give him 4 to 6 shots every single day just to keep him alive. And it's really hard to just put into words how scary that is to tell your 6-year-old son that, this isn't the shot at the doctor where you go and get an ice cream and go home. This is your life forever. Yeah, it was just a life-changing thing for us.
So Jen, she kind of had to make the decision to scale back from her volunteer position. It was just kind of tough, having to take a slice of humble pie and saying like, hey, we can't do this, but it was still good. I was going forward in that position, and Jen had just kind of stepped down from her ministry position. After Jen stepped down from her position, over the course of time, it became readily apparent that I needed to do that as well as a means to just protect our family. And it was a pretty painful, excruciating decision. Probably one of the most painful things I had to do in my entire life. But through it all, God was still with us. He obviously never leaves us. Over the course of those next few months, we kind of felt like God was opening up the door for us to move out here to Boise. One day, Jen was just checking out some houses around Rocky Mountain High School, and then the Rock Harbor thing pops up. I listened to Keith's sermon, and it's just one of those times in life that God just, ordains, and I don't even remember what sermon it was. It just met me right where I was at. It met me in probably one of the darker times of my life. Those sermons actually helped us a lot during that time, and it really got us excited to come out here to Boise, and we put our house up for sale. And our house sold in one day. When we actually came to the church, it was full of grace, full of love, which we needed a lot of in our life. We met so many people, like just within the first couple of weeks, just because so many people reached out to us. It was just amazing.
We were excited about that, really excited. We realized when we came to the church that to be at home and where we wanted to be, that we needed to serve. And so I jumped into the preschool ministry and loved it. I knew that I felt broken inside from not being able to do it anymore at my old church because of everything that happened with Eli. And now that Eli's doing so well, just to be able to see God's faithfulness and saying, okay, I take broken things and I restore them. I fix what's broken. Just so exciting just to be able to do that here at Rock Harbor with this amazing church, and we're just thankful. We're just really overwhelmed, by God's grace.
We might not really fully understand, obviously, what's taking place, but God knows everything, and everything's according to His timing.
1 Peter 5:10, and after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will Himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. And that just really spoke to us. I think we prayed over that verse every day. And I think God just used Rock Harbor as our harbor, just a place to heal and just to restore us.
Being able to look back and just see how everything has taken place, it really is truly amazing.